This year I had the pleasure of attending the annual New York City Comicon for 3 days. Besides swimming through hordes of fanatics across the halls, witnessing extravagant cosplay attires, and viewing many pieces of impressive work in the artist alley, I visited the Capcom booth, one of the few video game companies I was part of Comic-Con this year. The company took the liberty to display 3 particular games for folks to try out: Street Fighter V with the new Halloween DLC, Resident Evil 7 with the recent Lantern demo, which utilized the virtual reality headset, and of course a demo for Dead Rising 4. While I have already stated my thoughts on the initial reveal at E3 2016, my opinion has changed little by little as the developers revealed more about the game and spoke during interviews. But I'll get into that for my future review of the game. This will be just about the gameplay I experienced. Here's a few clips of me playing, and I'll throw in some notes and pieces of criticism afterward.
Can't really hear it, but that's okay.
They don't have any what's called headphones after I watched some guy just straight steal a pair from the demo machines last year. Dude, what the fuck is this loading time? This is longer than Street Fighter V. Like, than a whole match. That was next.
3 had really long load times too. Even on PC.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, that was an unoptimized PC.
Okay, cool. So you're just rocking like an electric battle axe? Alright, now go fucking murder these people.
Oh, that's not strong attack anymore? Watch this shit.
Oh shit, you are Electric Blanca. So did they like take the same like ridiculous aspects and elements of the Super Turbo HD We're Making Fun of Ourselves remix?
I wish.
So wait, what's with the frame rate? Is it supposed to be shit?
Yes. So, wait, I'm trying to figure out the controls here. Okay.
Dude, they have it.
The controls are a lot different.
Yeah, they're right there. I hope you know that like you're barely in this at all. This is just pure gameplay because nobody wants to see your fucking face.
That's okay. This feels like almost exactly like Dead Rising 3. I mean, I shouldn't expect anything less. It's the same developers. It's obviously a very simple demo, so I won't be able to show that much, but whatever. So, I guess the way they're doing inventory now is that you can hold a melee and a projectile, and they're different ones. Like I hold the trigger and I just pull out the gun.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty simple.
So you'd have to go through this like switching bullshit.
I kind of like the switching bullshit.
Wow, you fucking lame-o.
But yeah, the blood effects is pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, I mean it would look better with a better frame rate, but.
Oh, maybe I should get the PC version. I don't know. It would probably be an unoptimized piece of shit, just like 3 was.
Wait, so you don't even open the box? You just grow armor?
Yeah.
Good game, Henry.
It also might just be the way they have the demo set up with these controls, because I kind of like being able to hold more than 3 weapons. I mean, come on, what is this? A fucking...
Well, no, I'm sure they have an inventory system, but like, you're not worthy of it.
Oh yeah, check this out.
Oh, dude, do the Roadhog special. Oh, you made it. Oh, so it's Anarchy Reigns.
It's totally, dude. I'm definitely gonna make that and leave.
Nice.
And that's
Alright, 368, that's alright. I mean, that's 1 per second. That's pretty good, I guess.
No, it's not.
It was a very simple demo. The only gameplay they seemed to want to focus on for those 5 minutes was zombie slaying, and a single survivor that doesn't need escorting. A significant change is the inventory system. From what I can tell, it works like this. Pressing X is to use your melee weapon, holding left trigger readies your projectile weapon like the guns and bows, and left bumpers for using throwable weapons such as grenades. At first, I thought the game only allows you to hold 3 items at once, but each category of items seems to have its own separate inventory in which it replaces your current weapon as soon as it breaks or runs out of ammo. Kind of like The Last of Us and its inventory system, in which you're only allowed to have 1 type of weapon ready to be used through your quick swap menu. You can also crouch now. Not sure what the point of that will be. I remember first thinking Frank controls better than Nick in Dead Rising 3, but it doesn't really seem to be the case. It's still kinda clunky, but it could just be an early level Frank. Either way, the game still feels like Dead Rising 3. Thinking about it, it's kinda odd how significantly different all 3 games feel from each other regarding gameplay. This series really takes sharp turns with each installment. But I guess they're going to stick with Dead Rising 3's style for this game. Oh well. There were plenty of frame rate drops throughout the demo. It can't even maintain 30 FPS. I'd say let's hope it's just because it's an early build, but considering their track record, the final product is most likely going to ship this way. The PC version might be better, and even if it isn't, there's potential for fans to fix it themselves. The graphics have improved since 2013 at the very least. One thing I noticed while playing the demo is how great the blood spatter effects look on slaying zombos. It's more obvious than ever this isn't Dead Rising 1. This isn't going to play like Dead Rising 1. I know it's the most obvious thing to people seeing the gameplay, but it just makes the whole notion of bringing Frank back as the main protagonist seem disingenuous. There's also, of course, the developers claiming they're going back to the roots of Dead Rising. Yeah, they're lying, but more about that on another time. I can't say playing the demo made me more excited to play Dead Rising 4, but... I also had the pleasure to experience the Lantern demo for Resident Evil 7. Within the rickety shack made to advertise this upcoming survival horror, there were two separate demos. There was the kitchen demo for all attendees to wait in line for their turn, and then there's the Lantern demo. Due to the environment that is one of the world's biggest yearly conventions, Capcom was forced to take a terrible approach for the Lantern demo. It was so only a stray exhibitor pass holders and other kinds of attendees entering early are practically the only people able to try out the demo for the entire day. Capcom only allowed less than 200 people per day to play the Lantern demo, even with its multiple setups. They gave tickets to the first people in line, and that would be it. Just so I could get even a small chance to enter the Lantern demo, I headed to Comicon early before the doors were open and waited in line close to one of the many entrances. Well, the Lord of Pompous Nerds attending Advertising Dome smiled down upon me because, for whatever reason, my line was granted access 15 minutes before they were supposed to even open the door to regular attendees. And even then, there was already a big line in front of the Resident Evil shack for receiving tickets. I received one of the very last tickets shortly before the booth handler announced that they were completely out for the day. That pretty much means not even the very first person in line waiting for the showroom floor to open at 10 AM on the dot was able to receive a ticket for the Lantern demo. Considering Capcom can't really control who gets the tickets and when, it's all just first come first served. And having its own booth open at 10 AM wouldn't really make a difference. Everybody waiting in line would probably not have left if they were forced to simply wait another 15 minutes. Basically what I'm saying is that it's a tough environment for a demo that's almost 20 minutes long and with only a few separate setups. But enough about that. For those unaware of the Lantern demo, it has just one objective, which is to attempt escaping this rundown house while avoiding contact from a crazy lady. No weapons or fighting of any sort, just try to get out of the house. In all honesty, that waned down my interest. I don't need to play another game like Outlast. There was also a single puzzle, but it was really simple and it's been done in Resident Evil before. This was actually the first time I experienced PlayStation VR, and for that matter, modern VR. With that said, it actually impressed me with the accuracy and calibration. The visuals sometimes take a bit for your eyes to get used to, but it all looks great. I really like the idea of being able to move my head in order to peek around a corner, as well as being able to lean in to give something a closer inspection. The headset also adds to the immersion, provides a lot to the tense atmosphere. Otherwise, there isn't much to say about the demo. We already know it doesn't give you a full aspect of the final product and actually gives you less to do than the beginning hour demo available for PlayStation Plus members. I will say though, the VR is a lot more enjoyable than I expected. It doesn't seem to require a ton of space in order to function properly, but I can't say it's convinced me to drop over $300. After all, I've been leaning more towards PC gaming over the years, so I think I'll be better off waiting for the HTC Vive to receive a significant price drop. I've given my thoughts on Resident Evil 7 before. I'm optimistic on the new game even now, but wary. It has a lot of potential, and I'd be lying if I said the story itself doesn't interest me. The idea of a Japanese director and Western writer collaborating really intrigues me. They still haven't really shown off combat or common enemies, but all we can do right now is hope that these elements added to the stealth aspect of the gameplay can weave an enjoyable experience. Thanks for watching.